Hey guys, I'm Jackie Brubaker, host of the Love You Even More podcast. I'm an author, marriage and family therapist in training, performer, and 2-time Emmy Award winner. Each week, I bring on people from all walks of life to talk to them about their inspiring stories in the fields of self-development, relationships, business, and how you can love yourself even more. For more about me and the podcast, visit us at loveyouevenmore.com. Hey guys, it's Jackie, your host of the Love You Even More podcast. Today, we're going to talk about how to learn to trust yourself more. So I think this is a term that's put out a lot in the world is you need to learn how to trust yourself. You need to learn how to trust yourself to do everything. And it's true. But I think that there is confusion if you've never learned how to trust yourself or what that even means of how to start. It's not like, like I can imagine someone just being like, all right, so I'm going to just trust myself to what? To what? Like, I guess I trust myself to like drive a car and like go to work. I don't know. What do you mean? This is what we mean. What we mean by learning to trust ourselves is really listening to your gut and listening to your body and seeing what flares up. So, for instance, there was a really great book that came out so long ago, Malcolm Gladwell, great author, amazing books. There was a book that he did called Blink, and it was all about our first reaction to someone, right? We literally know in the blink of an eye if we can trust them, if we like them, if we don't like them, if something feels off. And this is really what people say all the time when you watch murder shows. People say it all the time. They're like, I met them and they seemed like really nice and charming, but like they were really off. Like something felt off, but like I couldn't pinpoint what it was. Like I couldn't tell you what it was. Okay, so here we go. This is what I mean by trusting yourself. Most of the time, when we have a feeling that something's off, our brains are conditioned to pretty much walk ourselves out of it, talk ourselves out of it and just be like, well, yeah, but like, I'm having a weird day, or maybe they're having a weird day, or like maybe I'm overreacting, or I don't know, and you give yourself all of these excuses of why your gut is wrong, why you are wrong, because the evidence doesn't seem to be there, but you feel it. That is what we call trusting ourselves. Now, the other thing that happens is that we don't trust ourselves, and then we keep going along for the ride with the weirdo or the weird circumstance, and then stuff goes wrong, right? And then we hit a place where it's not so good. And we think, shit, I knew it. I knew they were weird. I knew it was off. I knew it. I should have listened to myself. I should have trusted myself. So how can we learn how to trust ourselves without having to go down a weird path with a weird person or a weird circumstance? It's always people though, it's always people. Okay, I'm going to have you do really small techniques that are so effective and so easy to do every single day that you do them as you're living life. You don't have to like go out of your way to do it. So the first technique is this is for people who have cars that drive. Okay. If you're in like New York or Chicago and you take a train everywhere, we're going to have something else for you. So just hold tight. But if you are a person who gets in a car and you have to drive somewhere like work, where you have to be there on time, I want you to try this. I want you to leave at the normal time that you're supposed to leave, even if you're a few minutes late or running late. I want you to just drive normally, like the speed limit or like the speed that you would normally go. Like if you're a faster driver on the freeway, do your normal speed. Go 80. It's fine. We all know it. It's me. Do your normal speed, but don't start weaving in and out of lanes thinking, oh, I'll get there faster if I just like start cutting people off and weaving in and out. Because you know what's going to happen? You're not going to get there faster. You're not. And I can't tell you why, but that is the law of the universe. It is the law of the universe. And you better believe me because I grew up in LA and I still live here and I know traffic. I'm still late to things because traffic's crazy. But one thing I know for sure, Oprah, is that if you start weaving in and out of lanes, you will get there late. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to drive normally, and I want you to trust yourself when you feel like changing a lane. If you need to change a lane, right? Just trust yourself. You will get to your location on time, if not a minute or two early. Just try it. Okay, now for my non-car people, like the rest of us. Okay, I want you to, when you're leaving the house or, whatever, leaving the house, if you have an inkling to do something like bring a sweater or grab something random and you're like, oh no, I'm running late. I'll skip it. Or no, I don't need a sweater. It's fine. I'll be fine. Please do not listen to that voice because that is your intuition telling you we're probably going to need a sweater later. I can't tell you why, but I feel it. Bring the sweater. Worst case scenario, you bring the sweater, you don't need it. But most of the time, when you get that weird little hunch of like, I don't know why I want to bring this specific book with me today. It's kind of random. It just sort of popped in my head. I want you to just go get the book and bring it because you're going to need it. You're just going to need it. Maybe you read something in that book that completely opens you up to something that you needed more than anything that day. Or it's something that you can share with someone else. This is how we start getting into this beautiful flow of our lives, is how we learn how to trust ourselves to not just keep ourselves safe, but how we can learn how to trust ourselves to create the magic of alignment in our lives. That's when you're just like, wow, everything's just flowing so easily and it's just happening so well. And like, I don't know why, but everything's just good. It's because you're listening to those gut feelings about people or what to do, or maybe even what to wear. You're listening to your higher self, your soul speak, and it's telling you what to do. So when you're in a situation where you're just confused or you are not confused and you know exactly something's off, that's it. You don't need to know why. You do not need to know why you're confused. Don't need to know why something feels off. This is really, if you're confused, I'm talking about like something feels weird, right? You're confused. It doesn't really make sense. Don't overanalyze this. You don't need to overanalyze this. Just let it be what it is and remove yourself. Just if something feels off, turn the other way. Just go away. This is how you learn how to trust yourself. And in those little things during life, when you get that weird little hit to do something or to say something or to go somewhere, especially this is a big thing. If you're being called to fly somewhere, to move somewhere, this is a huge part of how our higher self or our soul or God or whoever, this makes sense hearing it from, is telling us where we need to be, where the rest of our life is, maybe where our partner lives. We need to be going in that direction. So the more you don't listen to your gut, the more things do not line up and the more things go wrong, to be honest. That's why you'll find yourself, if someone's like, no, I just really want to be safe. I want to keep the same job. I don't want to change my life. They're miserable. They're living in fear because they have never trusted any of their gut feelings to make something happen or to not do something that was, just a bad choice. Okay, I'm getting a little muddled here. I think we get the point. When you feel something's weird, let it be weird and remove yourself. That's how you trust yourself. When you get a hit to bring a sweater with you, bring the sweater. What are you going to lose? Fine, bring the sweater. It's probably going to come in handy. When you're driving in traffic and you want to cut everybody off, don't do it. Just stay in your lane. metaphorically speaking and legitimately speaking, stay in your lane. You will get to your location on time, if not earlier. It's bizarre, but it's true. Every time I do this, I'm always like, no, I'm going to be late. No, I'm not. And you know what? You're not stressed out when you arrive. So I hope this made sense. And I hope that you can start practicing more so if you already are, or begin to practice how to trust yourself with these small little ways to try it. But listening to yourself is the key to life. It really is, unless they're bad thoughts. And then get into therapy, guys. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.